Okay, welcome to the Working Perspectives Podcast. Presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle, he's Bern Podcasy, and that handsome MRFer is Liam Reese.
Beautiful penis.
Handsome penis. Either way, today we're going to bring you some cool stuff. First, we're going to start off with commencing to some commenting.
Ooh.
We're going to commence to commenting. Haven't done that in a while. Should do it. Then, we're going to move on to going over our picks that we had last week. A lot of meaningless games, so we're going to go through that real quick. Then, we got a surprise fantasy draft for you, baby. You're going to draft it up. Going to be some fun stuff, but let's get started. So, okay. Tell you, this is how it goes, Benito and handsome Liam. So, when you put out a bunch of schmutz, everyone loves schmutz. But we've been putting out sports schmutz. You know what I mean? Everyone loves sports schmutz.
Yeah.
And when you put out sports schmutz, a lot of people got some sports opinions.
Naturally.
You know what I mean?
Naturally. Yeah.
So, one of the hot button comments that we got, or one of the videos that got the most comments, was it was a shorts clip we did, and it was are the Jaguars frauds? Right? You remember this?
Yeah,
I talked about how
right?
their last 8 games, they played 2 winning teams in their last 8 games, right? So, and then Liam's defense was, yeah, they would be sus if they didn't beat the Broncos in fucking Mile High. So, A lot of people seem to agree with you, Liam. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Let's hear from the people.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a bunch of comments on this video. So we'll just start with the first guy. First comment, and I had a back and forth with this guy, was Zach. And it's at Zach-J5C4L.
25. Sorry,
25. Dude, J5. J5!
Oh, J5.
J5!
J5.
But I mean, both robots.
J5.
They're both robots. 75 and J5.
Yeah, how about it? Okay, so here he is. He says, the Jags are 4-3 this year versus other playoff teams, and 2 of those were in back-to-back weeks when they were missing Strange Lloyd, our starting center, and half the second. I believe he means half the secondary. Now Jags are healthy and on a heater right now. This guy is a moron and doesn't know jack shit about the Jags, just like most of America, but they about to find out. So
Hey,
I had to respond. I
respect it. Go ahead.
So, yeah, I bet you do, mister. I agree with it, you handsome dick-having son of a bitch. So I hit him back and I said, so you're saying if they didn't play the Jets, the Titans, the Colts, the Cardinals, they still would have won the last 8 games even after beating the Raiders by 1 point in double overtime? Pretty good rebuttal, I'll say. Pretty good. Then he responded with a big one. Get ready. Strap in. He said...
He's coming for you here.
He said, oh, okay. Let nitpick the Raiders game because they won by 1 point in overtime, but not know the fact that the Jags were missing their top 3 wide receivers and 2 top tight ends, that no Lloyd, no Hunter or Lewis for the defense. That game, no Eric Murray. So Jags missing, I don't know, like 8 or 9 starters that game. Oh, but yeah, let nitpick the back half of the schedule because it's easier part of the schedule. Nope, a team can't win 8 games in a row without being called frauds. Jags win 6 of those games by 14 plus points, but let's nitpick the Raiders game because it went to overtime. Clearly you don't know anything about football or the Jags this year, or you're just talking out of your ass on YouTube. Are the Broncos and Pats also frauds? Because their schedule were soft this year. Pretty sure Jacksonville played more playoff teams this year than both of those teams put together. I responded.
Oh, okay.
I responded. I said, I responded by saying, so I would say judging the Jags off of one game would be like judging a show off of a 1-minute clip, right? So if you want to watch the full episode, you'll see how we consistently praise the Jags defense and that we said the Pats were suspect because of a weak schedule. And then I said the reason I would say the Broncos are less suspect is because they have a dominant defensive line and have a proven ability to win games late, and Mile High is an awful place to play. And then I told him, I was like, if you'd like to listen to the whole episode and let us know your opinion, we would love to hear it. And I gave him a link to the episode. And that's how you do it, fellas. That's how you do it.
Catch more flies with honey. Yeah, I mean, listen, and also, you just brought up the question.
Passive aggressive honey.
Yeah. You just brought up the question, are the Jags for real? To which Liam responded, yeah, I think so. And that was kind of our consensus. So I get it. If you're a fan of Jacksonville, and listen, I've been to the city of Jacksonville. It is a weird city. I was there for a couple hours on a bus trip. It was like the devil's advocate. I was there on a Saturday afternoon, and I was walking around downtown, and there was nobody there. There were no cars. It was like deserted. It was strange. It's a weird place. And I'm just as guilty of not taking the Jags seriously. It took me a long time to get on the Jags bandwagon. But we made it there, man.
Okay.
We got there.
Hold on. Let's just say this, right? So going into week 8, right? What were the Jags? Do we know? They weren't great. If they're 11. If they're 11 and what are they? 11 and 6.
So 5 and 3, right? Something like that.
No, they were 3 and 5.
13 and 4.
Oh, the Jags are 13 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were 5 and 3, right? In week 8. Okay, if they're week 8, they're 5 and 3. Just all I asked was
real.
Well, no, I asked, had they not played the Colts twice, the Titans twice, the Jets, and the Cardinals, would they still have won their last 8 games?
Fair question.
Fucking question. Fair question. But more comments on this clip, because there's more morons like Liam out there. So here we go. So this is another one off this clip. Thank you, by the way, Zach. Right. All these Jacksonville fans really love it.
They got a real chip on their shoulder, man. No one believes in Jacksonville.
Let them chip.
Can you blame them? They've been irrelevant for a while, and now they're good. I mean, it's like when the Eagles first got good. You know how long we got shit on for the drought and everything.
Buddy, I'm living it.
Remember what it felt like when they were finally like.
Yeah, I remember what it feels like. That's what I'm doing right. That's what I've been doing for 12 years.
All right, well, here we go. So next comment on this clip comes from Ronnie Mullally. And he says, say I'm a complete moron while saying I'm a complete moron. And then he did this face emoji.
Hold on. Can I say something? Enough with the... Say your blah, blah, blah without saying your blah, 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 blah. Congratulations. You're the fucking billionth person to use that stupid saying.
It's not an interesting setup.
I responded. Would you guys like to know what my response was?
I would love to hear it.
I said, you're a complete moron.
It's nice.
All right. Beautiful. And then next comment on this clip, it's from Jay Pupton 21. Jay Pupton. 21. It's but oh fuck, I'm an idiot. Their name is JP Upton.
Nice.
I like Jay Pupton. Yeah. I think Jay
Pupton. Jay Pups, baby. Jay Pups.
What's up,
so
Pups?
Jay Pupton 21 asked, "What's a Jaguar?" And I responded, "It's a car."
A Jaguar.
But I know something. He's a jag off.
Oh, what? Did you say Jaguar? A Jaguar.
What is the Jaguar? All right, next comment on this clip comes from, I think they've commented on the show before, but great name. Hunter Biden Award nominee name coming back. Their thing is Vince Clark. Their name is Vince Clark, but their is fired on my day off.
Nice.
I believe they have commented before.
I believe they have too. They left a big one. They said, the thing about a narrative, you use it to fit your narrative. You can bring up the 7-game win streak and the competition they played, but you can also bring up the entire schedule and wins overall. They beat the Chiefs, the Niners, Houston, mollywopped the Chargers, and Broncos. Two things can be true, so when you tell the whole story, it makes a better narrative. It's not that hard. Oh, it's not that. Oh my God, thank you. So I responded to this. I said, heading into the playoffs, they would have played one team with a winning record in the last 2 months. So are they playoff ready or primed for a major upset? Question mark. That's all I asked.
They're ready.
Okay,
They're
Liam.
about to beat the Bills.
Liam, I mean, if I didn't have an addiction to everything, I would gamble with you on this right now, but then I'd become severely addicted to it. So you're lucky that I have addiction issues.
All right.
Next comment. Same clip. So this comes from,
Damn.
I believe this person has commented also.
I didn't know we had so many Jags fans.
I didn't know there wasn't. There isn't. There's not. It's not a thing.
Do we have all
They're
of them?
not real.
Are all the Jags fans tuned into the pod?
All of the Jags fans are commenting on this. Every one of them. But this one comes from your boy Sick With It 7410.
I like all these people.
Sick With It 7410. I'm sure you do, Liam. You're a bot. Okay. They said this. They said, why only the last 7 games didn't they beat San Fran and KC when people thought KC was still great and they was playing well at the time, not counting the Texans as well? I said, true, but they're on a 7-game win streak, and besides the Chargers and Broncos, the teams they beat were shit. And then they said, we doing this for every team or just the Jags? And I responded by saying, every team. Full episode available here. Check it out.
We spend like 3 minutes on every game. Like we're not. This is not a. If you think that we're not going through every team, just listen, man. Just listen. We've picked apart everybody. Liam's been picking apart the Bills for a while now. We've been shitting all over Tampa Bay. I mean, like, we're calling like we see them. We've been confused about Minnesota. Like, it's a week-to-week thing, guys. It's a week-to-week thing. Just, it's a 45-minute episode. Tune in.
Now you're going to get the Bills fans on me now.
I just invited Tampa Bay to my party. So,
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean,
and then next thing from this, it's from Cuzent. Cuzent. Cuzent.
What up, Cousin?
Oh, shit. It's Cousin T.
Okay.
4846.
That makes
Fuck
more
me.
sense.
Cousin.
you're having a rough
Cousin
one, Daddy.
T. Cousin T. 4846. They said, I thought we were over this excuse. I believe it's cunt. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You beat who's on your schedule.
Damn right.
We agree. But it's worth discussion. That's all. That's all we're doing here. That's all we're doing here. Just chatting. Just chatting it up.
Right.
And you also lose to who's on your schedule. So if you lose to a shit team, you suck. Balls.
Boom. Boom.
Right.
But not the Eagles. They lost to the Giants. That game didn't count.
That's the only game that counted all year. Oh, I wish that game didn't count. We'd have a better draft pick.
Yeah. So, all right. I responded to this by saying, some say we agree with this, but would they be in the playoffs without playing the Colts, Titans, Jets, and Cardinals 6 out of the last 8 games?
I mean, it's a simple question.
Solid.
Just a simple question. They had an
argument.
easy
It's
stretch
simply
down the back
A
end.
question.
That's it. That Liam answered by
Simply
saying,
the
yes.
best.
Yes, I do think they're ready. Yes, I do think they're good. Like, if you guys listen to the whole conversation, there was someone on this podcast supporting your team.
They even supported it in the clip because Liam's exact words were, you could say that. You could say they were frauds or sus, but they beat Denver.
There you
Well,
go.
we don't. Well, we
Just
don't.
listen. if I'm a Jags fan, I'm taking all this no one believes in us energy into the playoffs, and I'm riding on that. I get it. I know where that's coming from.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
You're taking all this
right.
no one believes in us energy, and it's all bulletin board from here on out.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay, so do you guys want a couple more comments, or do you want to move on?
Yeah, hit me with a few.
Yeah, we can take a couple.
Hit you with a few. So far, we've done
not?
1, 2, 3. We've had 6, so we could do more.
Oh,
all right. Next comment comes off the no defense, no Super Bowl Bengals clip, where I asked Liam and Bern. I said, "Hey, if the Bengals got a D, could they contend?" And this is what Justin. Oh, fucking on me. It's Justin. I think it's Justin Isaacs, but yeah. Justin Isaacs, 1811, 150 subscribers. Oh, look at you. 150 subbies. Justin Isaacs,
42069.
It's Justin Isaacs, 1811. Get it right, Liam. Jeez. Wrong again. Jeez, you're just wrong all the time. First, you're wrong about Jacksonville. Now you're wrong about this guy's numbers on his name. Either way, he says, "If I'm Burrow, what do we need?" Quoting what I said. He said, "Not take the largest salary in the NFL, then demand your wide receiver also gets the largest contract in the NFL for his position, then demand your wide receiver 2 be the highest paid wide receiver 2 in the league. We got Tom Brady center, Ted K. We went and got Mahomes' left tackle, Orlando Brown. We drafted Mims in the first round for right tackle. The office tried everything they could to do with Burrow's demands. This mess is all his, being it's all Burrow's. We have an overpaid offense whose contracts were basically you pay us this or we will outscore every team, and they haven't. The offense took all the salary cap. They don't get to turn around and blame the defense for low paid rookies and the NFL scraps. There is a reason no big name defense free agents come to play with Joe Burrow. Wow. I responded by that saying,
sounds like that guy was just spitting facts.
I was like, just great. I just said great comment. Great comment.
That was a great comment. I have nothing to say. Facts. That was he hit it right on the mark, dude.
Nailed it. All right, and then maybe we could do Liam, you're gonna love this. Back to the Jags clip. There's
Lord.
This one comes. Action. I mean, it's just every Jags fan came for my nuts, dude. They're just like, "Hey, you got nuts? We're gonna step on them. We're gonna step on them. We're gonna twist, step and twist." Bern, you're gonna have to go real fast through the next segment.
Yeah, we are.
So this one, I think it's a woman. It's Lene D, and then it's. I don't nail as in did 3671 Jesus Lene D, and then it's I don't know how I'm saying this nail as in nid 3671. There we go. Either way, they left a comment saying this: "Tell me you don't know ball."
And they didn't even finish the "tell me without you."
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even do it right.
The sad thing is that comment got 8 likes. Fuck on my face, guys. What are we doing here? All right. Are we done with comments then?
Sounds like.
I think we're probably good.
All right. Cool. Moving on. Hey, for anyone, please comment and we'll read it on the show, because I'll tell you this. At the next Guess the News, we got to do comments also, because we got a ton of Guess the News comments. So, moving on. Bern, make it fast, Daddy.
All right, guys, we were rolling into this week. Liam had a nice little lead on everybody. He was only up on me by 2. He was up on Maddie by 7. Maddie decided to fade him hard. But when all was said and done, Liam won the week 9-7. At the end of the year, we have Liam with 71, myself with 67, and Matt with 60. So Liam is going to take our picks this year. Let's go through week 18. We'll start We'll start off with some stuff that was relevant. So I'm going to pair these games a little bit. We had Carolina, Tampa Bay, the first game on Saturday. Liam and I took Carolina catching 3. They managed to cover that game. Tampa Bay beat them by 2. Tampa Bay needed to win that game and needed the Saints to win the next day to clinch the division.
Unbelievable.
Instead, the next game, the first Monday, 1:00 Monday, New Orleans at Atlanta. Maddie and I took New Orleans. Liam took Atlanta, laying 2.5. Again, we have another close one. Atlanta wins this game by 2. So me and Maddie will take the win there. So Tampa Bay wins that game, and then
the spread was 2.5.
2.5. Yeah.
Oh, I lost
2.5.
by a hooker.
Yep. So Tampa Bay wins that game and needs New Orleans and the Shucks to pull it out. The Shucks are hanging around the whole time, but Atlanta sneaks them, creating a weird 3-way tie amongst the top of the NFC South at 3 different 8 and 9 teams, with the tiebreaker going to Carolina. So Carolina loses their last 2 games, but will be hosting a home game in the NFC playoffs this year. Dog shit.
They lost their way into a home playoff game. That system is broken, dude. They need to do something about that.
Dude, what is a team that was on the bubble too, with like that didn't make it? You know what I mean? Like if you look at the NFC, I know we don't want to waste time on the NFC South, but if you look at it, right, like
Atlanta finished with the same record, but got beat twice by Carolina, so they weren't even in the
Vikings and the Lions both have a better record.
Yeah. This
brutal.
Sucks, man.
Brutal. And Atlanta, after that 2-point victory, rewarded their head coach and general manager by firing them directly after the game. So they're like, good job, fellas. Yep. Way to come out and win. Pack up your shit. We're not even waiting until Monday. You guys can make dinner plans with your wives on Sunday evening because you have to give her some bad news. Better game that night was Seattle-San Francisco. These guys were literally playing for the 1 seed and the bye in the NFC. Liam liked Seattle, laying 1.5. Me and Maddie took San Francisco at home. And that Seattle defense came out and made a statement. This is a 13-3 win by Seattle. Yeah. They lock up the 1 seed. Ugly. They lock up home field. Tough place to go play. We got Seattle and Denver as the 1 seeds. No one likes going to either one of those places, so they have a real nice advantage. San Fran really blew an opportunity. San Fran wins this game. Yeah. They get to be the number 1 seed, and the Super Bowl's in San Francisco. They could have potentially gone all the way to the Super Bowl without getting on a plane. I mean, think about what an advantage that would have been.
Yeah.
But they blew it.
Dude, to go to play in the Super Bowl without even having to get on a plane, just might as well hand it to them. Bern, can you do the whole NFC West?
Wrapping up the NFC West, we got the Jacoby Brissetts against the Rams. Me and Maddie like the Jacoby Brissetts here. The Rams said no thank you. They weren't happy about that loss they had last week. They were laying 9.5. They went out there and really made a bid for Matthew Stafford's MVP case. He was throwing the ball from the 2-yard line, from the 1-yard line. They were trying to rack up as many touchdowns as humanly possible, try to pad those stats a little bit. This is a 37-20 win for the Rams, which means they will be your 5 seed and get to go to Carolina. So that's a nice little consolation prize there. You didn't win your division, but you get to go play your first game against the Panthers. As far as a couple games that don't mean anything at all, we had Cleveland at Cincinnati. Me and Liam liked Cincinnati. Maddie took Cleveland. Cleveland edges this game out, catching 7.5. They win by 2 outright, 20-18. And in another trend that seems to be reoccurring this week, Stefanski was rewarded for the win by being swiftly fired by the Cleveland Browns after a 6-year head coaching career there, which featured 2 Coach of the Years. Stefanski is out and will be interviewing in New York City tomorrow, as sources tell me. That's correct.
Right.
Another game that didn't matter.
What else in the AFC North?
Well, do we want to get to that right now, or do we want to save that one for later? Because let's get to it right now. Our Sunday night game was Baltimore at Pittsburgh. Winner wins the division and gets the 4 seed. Loser goes home crying in their soup. This was a ridiculous game. Back and forth. Lamar threw a couple bombs in the fourth quarter. I think this game was like 10-3 going into the fourth quarter, and it ended up 26-24. We had a Boswell missed extra point that looked like the Steelers were sunk. And then we had a 44-yard miss from Baltimore, a walk-off for their rookie kicker, Tyler Loop, wide right. Baltimore had a timeout. They were on the 35-yard line. In 12 seconds, they elected to take a knee instead of trying to run at least one more play to get the ball a little closer. I know we're all kind of taking 50-yard field goals for granted this year, but I think if I was Harbaugh, I may have attempted to, get an extra 5, 6, 7 yards on that kick. He did not. Pittsburgh sneaks their way into the playoffs and will continue the streak. Jim Harbaugh and the Ravens part ways today.
Shut up.
Jim Harbaugh now jumps to the absolute top of all 6 teams who are currently looking for head coaches. He's going to interview everywhere, and he'll probably have a job by the time we finish this podcast. He's not going to be out there very long. There's your AFC North, AFC South. Here you go, guys. Jacksonville versus Tennessee. Liam and I like Jacksonville. Matty No Ball like Tennessee. Now, remember, he was trying to fade Liam this entire time. The Jags were laying 11.5. They jumped out to a massive lead. I think they were up 34-7 at halftime. They run away with this one. They lock up the AFC South. Houston, who had a shot at the AFC South if they won and Jacksonville lost, pretty much saw what was going on in Jacksonville and pulled all their starters at halftime. They realized they weren't catching up. Riley Leonard got back in the mix. He finally got a chance to chuck the ball a little bit. Let's see, who do we all have in this game? Liam and I had Houston. Maddie had Indy. Indy ends up almost getting the win here, but they do catch the cover 38-30, catching 10.5. That is your AFC South. And the AFC West, not much to talk about, guys. Denver was playing the Chargers. Everyone was pretty much locked in. Denver was locked into the 1. The Chargers could have been 5 or 6. Liam took Denver laying 11.5. Me and Maddie took the Chargers. Denver takes care of business. This is a 19-3 game. I think the Chargers and their busted up hand on Justin Herbert decided they were going to try to make a valiant effort in the first half and then pretty much shut it down. And the game that meant nothing at all, Kansas City at Las Vegas. Las Vegas catching 5.5. They go on to win this game outright 14-12. No one really wanted to play this. And again, as is the theme for this week, after the Raiders win, Pete Carroll was rewarded by being fired by the team on Monday. So not great for winning
How
coaches.
many years was Carroll there?
Just one.
Yeah.
What? 1 year?
One.
That's all they gave him?
So that's 3 coaches who won in week 18 and were fired immediately. Probably not worth rolling your squad out there. I'm gonna separate these 2 divisions a little bit here. We got Green Bay Mini. Didn't matter. Mini was laying 5.5. Me and Maddie stupidly took Green Bay because we thought for some reason they might play their players. Green Bay was locked into the 7 seed the entire time. Green Bay trotted nobody out there. Mini laying 5.5, had nothing to play for but pride, and they took this game 16-3. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting for you guys, okay? Because we had the Eagles and the Bears on at the same time. Chicago at home laying 2.5 to Detroit, and Philly at home laying 7.5 to Washington. Bears are sitting in the 2 seed. Philly's sitting in the 3 seed. Philly has a chance to jump up and sneak if the Bears lose and they win. Philly playing Washington, I might add. So the Bears are pretty much getting boat raced this whole game. They're playing their starters. They're just playing like dog shit. I mean, Kalen played almost the whole game. Detroit goes out there. They're just trying to play spoiler. They can't believe they're not in the playoffs. They can't believe they're going home. They sneak one out 19-16, but I hear a lot of controversy because at one point this was a 17-17 game in Philly. Philly goes on to lose 24-17, lock up the 3 seed. But there was some chatter to Sirianni like, hey, once you see the Bears are getting dick stomped, do you throw your starters back in there for the 4th quarter? See if you can make a run at that 2 seed? Would you rather play Green Bay at home or would you rather play San Francisco at home? I personally would rather play Green Bay. What was it like for you guys sitting on the couch watching this one, seeing what was happening in both those games?
I'd like to think that in their mind, it's Sirianni. He thinks that he has enough confidence in the team where he doesn't care who we play. But realistically, San Francisco has been playing on their fucking head. Like, I know they lost this week to a very tough Seattle team, but also not getting the 2 seed means we're in the same side of the bracket as the fucking Seahawks. So, hey, maybe not. Also, hey, if if we're the 2 seed and the Seahawks lose, then it has to come through Philadelphia. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
It's literally like I don't get it because the last Super Bowl last year when we won, like we got the break we needed to have those home games in the playoffs. I don't understand why you don't want that again, especially when it worked in your favor last week. But they've talked about this. I know, he's like kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if guys go out to play and they get hurt, then everybody's mad at them for that.
Right.
But I think in this case, like you have to try to get that 2 seed because then all you need is for somebody to knock Seattle out and you're home.
Dude, like
free.
that was the thing with Detroit last year. Right?
That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. Rams
Detroit gets knocked off, and we had fucking home field throughout, baby, and it was fucking beautiful.
And we needed it.
Beautiful.
We got the game in the snow against the Rams. It was like 100% like the way we needed it to be, and it just I don't know.
Boat race, the commodes.
I don't get it, dude. I don't get it.
No. If I can add one thing, fellas, this was our only Dick Shake and Triple Shake last week, and of course we lost. Only one we did. Only one we did. And it was a big fat L. Let's finish off the NFC East, which no one else really cared about but me. You guys took the Giants. Good for you. Smart for you. I took the Cowboys because content is king. And honestly, I wanted the Giants to lose this game. They got a little help from Cleveland and Washington. So instead of having the 7th pick, they'll have the 5th pick. The Giants now in the last 2 years have gone. Last year, they went 1-1 down the stretch to move from the 1 pick to the 3-week pick. This year, they went 2-0 down the stretch to move from the 1 pick to the 5 pick. In a year where there are only 2 quarterbacks being drafted in the first round, you would have had an opportunity with either of the first 2 picks to trade down and get a haul. Instead, I'm hearing about a wide receiver from USC, which is like, great, who's going to protect Action Dart? I was rooting for the Giants to lose this one. And of course, they came out and played their most complete game of the entire season.
They could have gotten
I took that game in real life too. That was great.
They could have possibly gotten 2 first-round offensive linemen.
Yeah, or just 2 picks in the first round. They're idiots.
Yeah. Regardless, and could have done whatever they wanted with them.
Yep. Also, you're looking for a coach,
you could have gotten
so
a Lane Johnson on your team.
Well, you're looking for a coach, right? So if you're trying to attract a Harbaugh or a Tomlin or someone who might not be around for a while, a big guy, culture guy.
Oh yeah,
the more first round picks you got sitting there, the sexier that job actually looks. But of course, the Giants play their best ball.
Is Joe Shane still the GM?
That's correct. Yeah.
Well, then it wouldn't matter what picks you have.
Oh, nice.
Bern, I'm not trying to be a dick, but does it matter if Joe Shane's your GM?
He's a coin flip, man. I mean, he either drafts guys who can really play or guys who don't play at all. There's nobody rotationally he gets. He drafted Dart, he drafted Neighbors, he drafted Scadaboo, but then he drafted a bunch of D-backs who couldn't play in the secondary on Indiana's team. You know what I mean? Or for Miami. So that's going to wrap up the NFC East. Thanks for coming out, Giants. One division left. We had the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo's laying 7.5. Me and Liam like that. Matty took the Jets. No Josh Allen this week. Mitch Trubisky was your man under center, and it didn't matter at all.
Mitchie the kid.
That's right. The Bills came out and won 35-8. The Jets end their year 17 games, no interceptions. Their coach is a former defensive back. The first time a team has ever finished an NFL season with 0 interceptions. And the next lowest interception totals in the league were the Niners and I believe the Dolphins, who each had 6. So there you go.
Wow.
It's like you have to try to do that.
Yeah, a ball just doesn't hit a receiver's chest. By the way, Garrett Wilson ends up as the number 1 receiver for the Jets over the course of the season with 389 yards.
Oh my gosh, dude.
389 receiving yards was enough to lead the New York Jets this year.
That is brutal, dude.
Dude, that's
Could
like
you
2 weeks.
imagine rooting
That's
for
2
the
weeks
Jets
of
every year?
That's Puka for 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
Good Lord.
And then we'll wrap it up with another meaningless one. Not meaningless. I guess if the Broncos blew it, New England could have jumped to that 1 seed. But it was New England, Miami. Me and Maddie like New England. Liam took Miami catching 10.5. Me and Maddie get the dub there. The Vrabels came out. They handled business 38-10. Liam, 71. Myself, 67. Matt, 60. That is your week 18.
I mean, can we just say this, Bern? Thank you for moving through that so fast. Great job. But can we just say this, right? If you would have told me at the beginning of the year that it would have been the Patriots, the Jags, and the Broncos, and that the Chiefs, the Ravens weren't gonna make the playoffs in the AFC, right?
Yeah.
Like, what I would have been like, buddy, no, you're
Can't
smoking
be.
your own pole.
Can't be.
But, can't be. But that's what it was. That's what it did, Daddy.
That's what it is, Pampin.
And the Jaguars finished the season on an 8-game win streak, and the Texans finished the season in a 9-game win streak.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about that, Liam?
I don't know. I wonder who's better.
Houston's going to be dangerous. That's what I want to say about that.
Dangerous. All right, good. And then, okay, so that does it for our picks last week. Now, moving on. Do we want to go? We want to do our playoff picks real quick before we draft?
Let's do playoff picks.
Yeah, you want the spreads and whatnot, and then we just we'll just pick them quick and we'll mosey on down the road.
Daddy.
All right, ready?
Ready.
Oh shoot, I don't even know if I have these in order. Hold on. Okay,
Right.
first on Saturday at 4:30, you have Rams at the Panthers. The Rams are favored by 10.5. Dude, the Rams are absolutely going to smoke these Bulls.
Oh,
Panthers lost into the playoffs. I wouldn't put a dime on Panthers for any reason in this game. They're going to get crushed. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna tell you this, guys. I'm gonna mortgage both your dicks, even Liam's handsome one, on the Rams. Guaranteed.
Wow.
Guaranteed. This is a travesty that this team gets a home playoff game that I guarantee they won't sell out.
And then watch, Carolina will bounce back and they'll have one of those games where Dow goes off. You know what I mean? And like, because they've beaten good teams this year. They beat
the Rams a couple weeks ago.
It is highly unlikely, I think, because we're in the playoffs now. But it's not out of the realm of possibilities. You know, they're going to get smoked. I would never take Rams.
Well, Liam, let's hope they do, because I just mortgaged your dick on it. So
yeah,
there you go.
Anywho,
moving on.
So that takes you Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on. Let me get in on this.
You didn't pick. Oh, sorry.
No, I mean it's not. It's no shock. Bad news for Rams fans. We're shaking on this.
Shaking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that might be the kiss of death.
We might have just killed them.
All right. Next, moving on. You got Saturday night. You have the Packers at the Bears. The Packers are favored on the road. As the number 7 seed, which is really telling, I think.
What's it telling us?
The line is talking to you. Like, your brain is telling you that the Bears should win this game.
Yeah.
But the line is saying that Vegas thinks that the Packers will win this game. That's kind of wild. Or they're just playing games with us, which Vegas loves to do because they don't want you to take the Bears. I'm taking the Bears plus 1.5.
Give me the Packadillies. Give me the Packadillies. I'll shake it up. I'll swag it up. Or what is it? Zag? I'm zagging. I'm Zagger. I'm a Zagger.
You're a Zagger. I'm going to go Chicago catching 1.5 at home.
Chicago. Moving on.
All right. Next, we got Sunday, 1 o'clock. You got the Bills at the Jaguars. Again, with the 1.5, FanDuel. Go fuck yourself. Bills are favored by 1.5. I am 100% playing the Jags. I think they're knocking the Bills out.
Wow.
3 straight home dogs to open up the playoffs.
Wow.
3 straight home. Do we need to revamp this system based on who gets home games and who gets away games? I think we probably do, since we have 3 straight home underdogs.
Wow. Well, I gotta back up what I said to, what was it? Zach and Ronnie Mullally and JP
Everybody.
Upton and Fired on My Day Off and Sick With It and Cousin T and Justin Isaacs. Gotta let them all know that you've been fighting tomato cans. You're gonna go up against a proven contender. He only needs one game. Give me the Buffalo Bill Ditties.
Oh,
I'm rolling with Matt. Cramming your cram holes, Jags fans.
okay.
Love it. Love it.
Next, we got at 4:30 on Sunday, we have the San Francisco 49ers at the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are obviously favored by 4.5. I am taking the Eagles. They are going to win that game by a touchdown.
I'm going to zag here. Give me the 4 Eagles. Got ya. Give me the
Nice
Birds.
one.
What are we doing here?
Nobody bought
I'm not
that
a bastard
for
like
half a second.
Liam. I'm not a bastard like Liam that takes the Cowboys. Give me the Eagles. Go ahead.
What does that have to do with an Eagles game?
Just saying, I'm still mad at you.
All right, fair enough.
It hurt.
Right.
It hurt.
Give me those San Fran cheesy 49ers catching 4.5. This is a 3-point game either way.
Thank you for not shaking on this.
I really thought of shaking on it just to screw you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I gotta follow my
Thank you,
heart.
Bert, for not shaking on it.
Gotta follow my heart here.
Love it. What's next?
Sunday night, we have the Chargers at Patriots. Patriots are favored by 3.5. Drake May, everybody loves him, but you know what? There's always a game, wild card weekend, that's fucking crazy, and I think this one's going to be it. I'll take the Chargers plus 3.5.
Matty just fell off his chair. Just fell off his chair.
For me, I think New England in January, it's going to be too much for, South Beach Herbert over there. He's not going to be able to handle it. They're going to have a balanced attack. The Vrabels are going to do good. Vrabel's not going to get out coached. Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I was thinking on the exact same lines Liam was of like, this would be the one that shocks everybody. Give me the Chargers.
But you have the cushion with the 3.5 though.
Yeah, the half point is what helps
like
there.
Patriots can win that at the end, and you still cover with the half.
Half point with a hook. Half point with a hook.
Although I do stand by that, I do think that's going to be the crazy game the
weird one.
Yeah, that everybody's talking about. Now,
all right.
We're moving on to Monday night. They got a Monday night playoff game, so F yourself if you work in the morning. You got Texans at Steelers. This spread makes no sense to me. I don't think the Steelers are that good. Texans are only favored by 3. I am taking the Texans all the way on this one. I think they're going to smoke the Steelers, dude.
Yeah, the Steelers are a fraud. They didn't even deserve to make the playoffs. Give me the Houston Texans, even though they're probably frauds too. They're in the AFC South. The whole AFC South is frauds.
We got a triple shake sandwich, guys. We shook on the Rams. We're shaking on Houston. First game and last game. I believe Pittsburgh and Carolina are the only 2 teams who have no shot to win a game in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree.
And nothing else would shock me. But I don't think Pittsburgh or Carolina are going to win a game. So
I think a lot of the public is going to take Patriots, and that's just
where Vegas makes their money.
Yeah.
So, guys, just a quick little, how I hate to be spoiler, but Liam, you and your AFC South fucking chode riding, I just want to go over this. They ended on a 9-game win streak. The Texans ended the season on a 9-game win streak. Here's their last 9 games, Liam, and I know you're really interested. Last 9 games. They started off beating the Jaguars.
They're good.
The Texans beat the Jaguars 36-29 November 9th. Then the Texans beat the Titans 16-13. But then they bounced back and they beat the Bills 23-19, aka the Pogo Sticks. Then they beat the Colts. Then they beat the Chiefs. Then they beat the Cardinals. then they beat the Raiders, then they beat the Chargers, then they beat the Colts. So, I mean, who the fuck? They're the same team. They're fucking. It's the AFC South. Their back end of their season was fucking tomato cans, and everyone's acting like they're fucking so good. Let's see. Let's see. If we get an all AFC South AFC championship, then you know what I'll do? I'll shave my fucking head. But it's not happening. So, bye the guy.
Man,
and we need to do one more thing here,
sealed
guys.
that in.
we need to do one more thing here, and this will make sense once we get to our next and last segment. We all need to pick an exact score for the Philadelphia Eagles San Francisco 49ers game.
Oh.
Ooh, good call. Give me Liam, you go first.
Let's do 24-21, 24-20 Eagles.
Ooh, I was going to go 27-17 Eagles.
Okay.
Ben
And I'm gonna go 26-23 San Francisco.
You dirty whore.
Well, I took the Niners. I mean, all right.
Bern,
And
thank you for remembering to do that because I would not have remembered. All right,
guys,
moving on.
The reason we need to do that is because we are going to be doing a little daily/weekly fantasy draft here for the playoffs. That's right. We want to keep you guys engaged, and we're going to have a lot less games to talk about as we come in the future. So Maddie, Liam, and I are all going to choose every week a quarterback, 2 running backs, and 2 wide receivers in a snake-style fantasy draft. The reason we did an exact score for that Eagles game last week is because it will determine who gets to choose where they want to pick. Let me explain this to you. Liam won the year on picks. So Liam, you have first choice on where you want to draft in this 3-man fantasy draft. Do you want to draft first? Do you want to draft third and get the snake? Do you want to draft second?
Numero dos.
Liam wants to go 2. And that's how we'll do it from here on out. We're going to go, whoever wins the picks week gets to decide where they want to draft. And that's why we need a final score in there in case we have a tie. So Liam would like to draft second in our fantasy draft. I would like to draft, since I finished second, I would like to draft third in our fantasy draft. So Maddie, you have the first pick.
Wow.
Didn't see Liam picking 2.
I didn't see Liam picking 2. Man. All
Genius.
right.
Goddamn genius.
Okay. So with the number 1 overall pick, give me Matthew Stafford. Fucking, what are we doing here? I just won the fucking league. What are we doing?
All right, Liam, you're 2.
Okay, Stafford's off. I'll take Puka Nacua.
All right.
Oh, wow. You're going to tickle my fucking dick on this?
Wow. I am, hold on as I spin wildly out of control based on that, because that was my whole philosophy at 3 was to try to get both of those guys.
Stack up. Yeah,
that is correct. I'm gonna go Josh Allen and James Cook this week.
Josh Allen and
Wow.
James Cook.
Okay. Oh, you're pairing it together.
I'm gonna stack those guys. Yeah,
I like it.
Oh, and what
just
do we?
for this week.
Wait, real quick. What are the rosters? QB, running back, wide receiver, flex, tight end.
No, we're just doing quarterback,
1 of
2
each?
running backs, quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Back
So
to
we're back to
Liam,
me.
your turn.
I'll take Josh Allen.
Give me.
Nope.
I want.
Too late. I already took.
Oh shit! God damn it! Sorry. give me McCaffrey then.
CMC.
Give me. All right. I want. Wow, Liam. Wow, Liam. Wow.
2 to you, Matt.
All right. Well, give me Saquon Barkley. Ever heard of him? Heard of him much?
Heard of him. Yep.
Heard of him. And then I want. Give me. Ooh, actually, you know what? This will piss off plenty of people, and I'm fucking happy to do it. Why not? I mean, man. Okay, sorry, I'm taking too long. All right. Okay, fine. This will piss off plenty of people. Give me Parker Washington. Fucking.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Okay, so it's my turn again. I'll take AJ Brown.
All right.
I should have. I should have paired them together. I should have gotten Saquon and AJ.
You took James Cook, right, Bern?
I did.
Okay.
I have Allen and Cook, and we're on top of that. We're gonna toss in. I need some receivers. Let's go JSN and Devontae Adams.
Ooh.
It's my turn. I will take Brenton Strange.
All right. So this is my last.
You're taking a tight end, Liam?
Wait. You said QB.
We're only doing 5.
It's
QB,
only 5. You're doing 5.
2 running backs, 2 receivers. That's it.
Oh, no I didn't pick a QB.
No
yet,
tight end.
Yeah, but you don't.
Oh.
I mean, me and Matt already picked one, so you can save yours.
All I have left is a running back and a QB after that.
That's it.
Yeah,
all you got left is running back.
I'm good. Yeah, that's good. I'm good.
Okay.
So who do you like?
So my turn. I'm my last 2 picks.
Wait, Liam, you just took a tight end. We're not drafting tight ends.
Oh shit. Sorry. Now I get it.
They can be considered a receiver.
Okay, give me I'll take Gainwell then.
Gainwell, all right.
Yep.
Okay. So I have the last these are my last 2 picks, and
you need a running back and a running back.
A receiver and a running back. So give me Ladidi McConkey. McConkey and Kimani Vidal.
And my last pick, my QB, is going to be the one and only number 1 for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen fucking Hurts.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, guys. My fucking squad looks good. Go ahead, Bern.
I need a running back, so I'm going to take Kyron Williams from the Rams.
Man. Dude, okay. I don't fucking... All right, so, Bern, you want to read out our teams real quick? You can call my team Jerrytown.
All right, Matt's team, Jerrytown, nice, is starting at quarterback is Matthew Stafford. His running backs are Saquon Barkley and Kayami Vidal, and he'll be starting Ladede McConkey and Parker Washington at wide receiver. Daring strategy, Cotton. Daring strategy. Liam will be starting Jalen Hurts at quarterback. He'll be starting Kenny Gainwell and Christian McCaffrey at running back. And he'll be starting A.J. Brown and Puka Nacua at wide receiver.
Receiving core.
My squad will be Josh Allen at quarterback, James Cook and Kyron Williams at running back, and JSN and Devontae Adams at wide receiver.
Wow. Not bad.
Damn, I did all this research for tight ends and defenses.
Yeah, we're not even doing that.
And shit. Yeah.
Nope. Forget that.
All right. Fair enough.
Let's go with the sexy spots.
Yep. All right. So, that does it. All right. What else do we need?
Nothing, man. We'll score those up. I don't know if I'm going to hand score them yet, or we might just go to like a DraftKings and just see how those guys score and just use those scores.
We'll just be normal numbers, right? You do, points per reception.
I would just do 10 yards is a point. You know what I mean? Like
touchdown
10 yards.
Is 6.
Yeah.
Point
every
per
10
reception.
yards. Every 10 yards is a point. Every reception's a point or a half a point, whatever you guys want to do.
I would say make it easy. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't want to do half points because it's just a pain in the ass to hand score. So so we'll discuss our scoring system, but those are the squads, guys.
All right.
Love it. All right. We good? We've been on a while. Perfect shit. Guys, you did great. Loved everything about it. Good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, this is a Working Perspectives podcast presents The Retorted Show. I'm Matt Lavelle. He's Bern Podcasy, and that handsome dick son of a bitch is Liam Reese. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. Hang out with us on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, join us on Twitter and TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks. See you.